Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the story of a famous Polish-Jewish pianist. Here is the story. Władysław Szpilman's story, a Polish-Jewish pianist. In 1939, when Nazi bombs began to fall on Warsaw, one man refused to stop playing the piano. His name was Władysław Szpilman, a Polish-Jewish pianist and composer whose music had once filled the airwaves of a Polish radio. When the war broke out, the studio was hit by an air raid mid-performance. His last note was cut short by the explosion. Soon after, Szpilman and his family were forced into Warsaw ghetto, a place where starvation, cruelty became a daily life. He watched friends disappear, neighbors collapse from hunger, and the city he loved turned to ashes. In 1942, when the deportation began, Szpilman was headed with his family toward the train bound for Treblinka, that camp. At the very last moment, a Jewish police officer who recognized him pulled him out of the line. His parents, siblings, and thousands of others were not so fortunate. From that moment on, Szpilman lived like a ghost among the ruins, hiding in empty apartments, surviving on crumbs and silence. He barely spoke, barely moved, afraid that even creaking floorboard would give him away. For months he endured starvation and loneliness as Warsaw burned around him. Then, one freezing night in 1944, when the city was already reduced to rubble, he was discovered by a German officer, Captain Wilhelm Ossenfeld. Szpilman thought it was the end. The officer asked what he did before the war. Trembling, he whispered, "I'm a pianist." Ossenfeld pointed to a dusty, broken piano in the corner and said, "Play something." With the shaking hands, Szpilman sat down and began to play Chopin Nocturne in C-sharp minor. The notes floated through the empty house, fragile, haunting, defiant. When the last chord faded, the German officer said quietly, "You play beautifully." Instead of arresting him, he brought Szpilman food and warm coat and told him where to hide until the war was over. When peace finally returned, the pianist who was supposed to die in silence walked again into Polish radio studio and played the same Chopin piece, the one that had once been cut short by bombs. This time he finished it. Szpilman later wrote his memoir, The Pianist, which became the basis of Roman Polanski's award-winning film. Captain Ossenfeld died in a Soviet prison camp in 1952, but Szpilman never forgot the man who showed mercy when mercy was forbidden. He lived until 2000, performing into his 90s, a man whose music had outlasted age, war, and death itself. And this is the story, the extraordinary story of this Polish Jewish pianist. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.